Okay, so here we are once again doing another review, and it's the Daytona 500 post race review. Albeit I didn't want to do it last night because I was tired. Albeit it was 11 or so, or was it 9 or 10? I can't remember. It was either 9 or 10 here in California, which, which of course meant that over there it was like at midnight and all that, sort of stuff. Yeah. So, anyways, we're here to talk, of course, about the Daytona 500. Of course, the Great American Race, the Great blah blah blah, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's the whatever race this season. So, yeah. But with that being said in mind, not much stuff happened. Of course, we know not much happened in the race. Because, of course, if you watch the race, that would mean, hey, they were single file all night long, which I'll get into a little bit here, but I want to, of course, address the elephant in the room. But, of course, all of you know, Michael McDowell, of course, is now a Daytona 500 winner, which is just, it's incredible to think. It's incredible just to say entirely. It's like, holy crap, dude. This guy won the 500, and to be quite frankly honest with you, he was up in the front, all the race on. I think he was, one of the drivers that were up there in the front. I'll get into other drivers that really were good throughout the whole race, but he was up front, of course he was third before, Keselowski and Logano wrecked, which, of course, I'll talk about that, or we'll talk about what's the drama going on, which, of course, there's a lot of drama coming, of course, from the Daytona 500. But, of course, just crazy racing, of course, was just going on. And, of course, Michael McDowell was there at the end and all that sort of stuff. And, of course, the race got determined by caution, but it was... there was a big-ass fireball in turn 3 and 4, which was just crazy, though, man. So, of course, congrats, Michael McDowell. He's been in the sport for a long time. And this kind of continues the tradition of the Cinderella, of course, story. Like Michael Waltrip won back in 2001, which, by the way, this is the 20th anniversary, of course, of Dale Earnhardt's tragic death in the Daytona 500. They did the number 3 finger salute when the cars came around, so that was pretty cool that they did that, of course. And then 10 years ago, Trevor Bayne won the Daytona 500, his only career win in Cup, and that was for the Wood Brothers. And then here it's for Front Row Motorsports and the 34 car, which was pretty cool. It was really cool to see, of course, because the thing is that Michael McDowell, I've seen him in the sport for a long ass time, driving for those smaller teams, like Levine Family Racing. Like I mainly remember him for Levine Family Racing. He was always the driver of the 95, and all that sort of stuff, of course. But it was pretty cool just to see, of course, McDowell go out there and just show up out of nowhere and just win the race. But yeah, now we have to talk about the actual race. Of course, nothing happened throughout the whole race. It was just a single file train. They only went 2 wide, or they only went like 2 wide or 3 rows deep. Was only when the stages, at the end of the stages and all that sort of stuff. So that's pretty much what happened. And this is no one's fault. I don't want people going out there and say the package sucks and all this sort of stuff. You know what? The package is the least of our issues, honestly. Like, if you want to blame anyone, you can blame Christopher Bell for causing the big one early on in the race. Yeah, of course, that was the biggest thing that happened in the race. Christopher Bell caused a big ass wreck that took out like Eric Almirola, Alex Bowman, like William Byron, Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch, Matt DiBenedetto, and Martin Truex Jr. And all that sort of stuff. Like, if you want to blame anyone, blame Christopher Bell. But yeah, man, that was way too early, way too early, and this killed the momentum. Because now it's like, crap, it's like, you were expecting the Daytona 500, like, you're expecting the big one to happen around when it's 20 to go or something like that, because it really killed the racing here, of course. Like, with not that many cars, it's like, okay, it's now a single file train. Basically, it's like a dual race almost now, with the limited amount of cars and all that sort of stuff. I don't know, if I were in NASCAR, I would have told the guys to, hey, bring out your backup cars or something like that. To any of the drivers who got caught up in a wreck, who don't have a backup car. I don't know, I would have done that. I don't know, honestly, because, like, I don't know, but, yeah. So, of course, the dominant driver of the day was, of course, Denny Hamlin. He won the first two stages, and he was just proving he was the best. And honestly, I was wanting him to win the Daytona 500. I was wanting him to win it, but my pick to win was Kyle Busch, and he was competitive all day. Hey, look, out of all my predictions, I got the first one correct. I got the first one of them wrong. Let's see here. Look, I said Daytona 500 winner Kyle Busch. Nope, not today. God damn, he'll never win the Daytona 500. Oh, man. Just like, it just sucks. It's just like, at least, I'll give you this. Kyle Busch was at least, competitive all day long. He was at least competitive. Like, he was up there and all that, sort of stuff. I'm having a bad hair day. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if my hair just looks all bad. I'm waiting until it turns long again. But, yeah. So, of course, we had that big fireball wreck on the backstretch, which, I mean, that was, of course, my jaw dropped when that happened. It was just like, oh man, it's like another big crash at the end of one of these, races, which is just, it's not good to think about. It's not good to think about. It's not good to think about at all. And thank goodness all the drivers walked out clean, like Logano, Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric. There was fire in his cockpit, which was just crazy. And I just wanted to talk about Austin Cindric here, but he did a good job in the Daytona 500. It's like, oh man, it's like, wow, this guy, he's pretty good, in a cup car, and all that sort of stuff, What would this race would have been if Noah Gragson or Ty Dillon were in the race? Of course, they were going crazy. Of course, Ty Dillon was crazy in the Xfinity race the day before, which I'm hoping he wins a race in the 54 car. Hopefully. But, yeah, I got not much else to say, though. Because not much happened in this race. I guess I could talk about the package, but that's not the issue here. The issue was that half of the field got taken out of the race, which just killed the racing, of course. And it just turned into a choo-choo train, which no one could really do anything because, half of the cars got taken out, and all that sort of stuff. We didn't even know how good Alex Bowman was in the 48 and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, it's frustrating. I got the 88 hat here. I need to replace that with the 48, but yeah, I gotta go to a NASCAR race I gotta go to a NASCAR race this year. Somehow, some way, I gotta go to one. If you're wondering if I were to go to one race, it would probably maybe be Vegas, but not the spring race, which is in 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, it's the 4th race of the season. So, guys, I'm not gonna be there. So don't. I don't know what's the situation on Vegas, but I will go to a NASCAR race this season, and I just got not much else to say. It's unfortunate because this was not a good race, and the last race for the Gen 6 car at Daytona was exactly like the first race for the Gen 6 car. Remember 2013? Yeah. So, yeah, but once again, congrats Michael McDowell on the win. We're going to the Daytona road course. We're going to pay attention to the road course races because Chase Elliott's going to lose one of those races, my guys. And the Busch Clash does not count. I'm counting points races. So, I guess I'm kind of right, but not really. But anyways, I'll see you guys whenever. The Spyder Cup Series, I don't know when it's going to return. So, yeah. I think that was the the dryer. I have to check on my laundry. So to see you guys later.